The Fast family's 10th chapter is over, or is it? After that stunner of an ending, it's clear that there's more story to tell in the world of the Fast and the Furious. Here's what the movie's credits scene tells us about all the action to come. Warning, spoilers ahead for Fast X. In case you ran out to the theater to take off on some of your own street racing action, you should know there's a mid-credits scene after the last shot of Fast X, and it has massive implications for the future of the franchise. Dwayne Johnson being in the movie has been spoiled for a little while now, but the devil's in the details. When Dominic Toretto and his team close the movie with a last explosive cliffhanger, this scene sets the stage for what's next. The mid-credit scene shows a giant, masked man decked out in high-tech military gear investigating an abandoned building. Inside, the voice of Dante Reyes can be heard taunting him. Dante makes threats to the masked figure, promising nothing short of a meeting with the devil to pay for his sins against his father, Hernan Reyes. Then we get the big reveal. While Dom may have been the one who pulled off the heist that killed Dante's father, he wasn't actually the one to pull the trigger. That would be none other than Dwayne Johnson's larger-than-life character, Special Agent Luke Hobbs.
Who the hell are you? Oh, I'm what you call an ice-cold can of whoop-ass.
Right on cue, the masked man pulls down his disguise and reveals the glorious, goateed face of Luke Hobbs, returning to the Fast and Furious universe for the first time since 2019's Hobbs and Shaw. While his presence in the movie is a pretty big throwback on its own, Hobbs' vibe in Fast X also feels much more reminiscent of his characterization in Fast 5. Even in this brief teaser, Johnson is clearly leaning into the cartoonish, gritty rage that Hobbs exuded in his first appearance in the franchise. It's a bit of a reversal from the Dwayne Johnson charm the actor brought to the role in later movies like The Fate of the Furious and Hobbs and Shaw. He even grunts out a perfect "some bitch" to boot.
Hello, you some bitch.
The scene is everything Fast fans could have hoped for. And it's especially shocking given all the behind-the-scenes bluster surrounding Vin Diesel and Dwayne Johnson's professional relationship. Johnson's return was revealed online almost a week before the film's release. It likely gave some fans flashbacks to a similar incident last year, when the post-credits scene for Johnson's Black Adam was also spoiled, seemingly on purpose, a week before its release. The news that Johnson was returning to the Fast franchise came as a major surprise, following a public feud and apparent fallout with Vin Diesel. The actor had previously stated clearly on multiple occasions that he had no interest in returning to the Fast saga, outside of future Hobbs and Shaw sequels, even after a public appeal from Diesel for his co-star to return to Fast X. It's possible that Johnson's initial decision was made when he was planning to devote the next several years of his career to building a universe around the DC Comics character Black Adam. Plans that seem to have been scuttled after a change in leadership at DC Studios. Perhaps the decision not to rejoin was more professional than personal, and the cancellation of future Black Adam sequels gave Johnson space to recommit to the Fast franchise. In any case, Hobbs' return to the Fast and Furious universe can really only be a great thing, as the character opens up more organic storytelling opportunities for the upcoming sequels to explore. Perhaps they could even finally reveal the true identity of the Etion director introduced in Hobbs and Shaw. Regardless of how it shakes out in future films, it's just exciting to see Johnson returning to one of his most iconic roles. We're going to have a hard time waiting for his reunion with the rest of Toretto's crew in the upcoming sequels to Fast X.